It was 4 a.m. and I pulled up to a ride. It was dark. Man's name on the app. And as we drove toward the airport, he starts sharing with me why he was in Los Angeles. He'd been at a silent retreat out in the desert, trying to find himself, trying to figure out where he belongs, trying to figure out how he fits into the LGBTQ plus community back home in New York. And as he talked, I heard something deeper than the words. Loneliness, confusion, the desire to be known. I didn't argue, I didn't preach, I just listened. I asked questions, I let him tell his story. And after a while, he looked at me and asked, well, what about you? And I told him about my own brokenness, the seasons when I didn't know who I was, the loneliness, the emptiness, how I chased relationships and sexual experiences, hoping that they would fill the hole inside of me, but they never did. Only Jesus did. And we kept talking until we reached the airport. And as we pulled up, I felt that gentle nudge I've learned not to ignore. I asked, can I pray for you? And he paused, then quietly said yes. I reached over, took his hand, and it was in that moment I realized something I hadn't noticed before. But it didn't change a thing. It wasn't a political moment. It wasn't a debate. It was simply one broken person praying for another broken person. And it was emotional. I could feel the weight of years of hurt, loneliness, and searching. I prayed that God would reveal his love, that he would bring peace, that he would remove fear, and that he would let this person know they were seen and deeply loved by him. When we finished, there were tears, a simple thank you, a goodbye, and another reminder for me. Jesus never waited for people to have their lives figured out before he loved them. He met them where they were. The woman at the well, Zacchaeus, the woman caught in adultery, the lepers, the outcasts, the people everyone else walked around. Maybe that's our calling too, not to compromise truth, not to avoid difficult conversations, but to love people enough to listen. That ride, I wasn't called to win an argument. I was called to love a person. And maybe that's where evangelism begins.